welcome back. It's been a long time. And the idea for this Let's Play is going to be unmodded Lazy Bastard Challenge. So, just my settings here, graphic settings, high, using the new texture sprites for, well, what's new? Of course, as it's not modded, I cannot, as it's gonna be unmodded, I can't use Waytex and those things. There's gonna be quite a few mods that I will be missing during this Let's Play, but if I'm gonna do Lazy Bastard, I want it to count. I'm not just gonna do it and play that modded so I don't get the Steam achievement. So I'll do a Railworld preset and I'm gonna change some stuff here. First off, I want very big water. I want them to be like oceans, essentially. Everything else we can pretty much leave as it is in this tab. Except for advanced settings. Yeah, I don't... As you see, I have enemy expansion disabled, but I also want to destroy factor to be 0. I don't think it makes sense for the aliens to evolve faster because I destroy their bases. I think it should rather be like a negative thing, that if you don't destroy their bases, then they will evolve faster. So this is not exactly what I had in mind, and this is not gonna work. Let's try again. So now what I want: Railworld, very big on water, keep everything else as it is. Destroy factory, yeah, should work. Let's see here. That's a very small puddle of water. I want an ocean. And the map in general looks like something psychedelic. Plenty of resources, especially copper. Don't see any iron anywhere. Oh, there's iron. That was a small patch. Just don't see any oil either. Plenty of uranium. Nah. Let's try again. Third time's the charm, right? Okay, Railworld, very big water. Make sure that's the lowest it can get in frequency. Today, and advanced settings as well. I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Otherwise, this is obviously not live commentary, as you will see in a few minutes. So the idea is, I tried to make a Let's Play with so this looks a lot better, by the way. This is the kind of start I want. It's like a half island, a half connection to the mainland, it looks like, and what looks like a big ocean around me. And there's the Lazy Bastard achievement. I cannot handcraft more than 111 items, which is not as high as it sounds. It picks up really fast, so like if you try to make something, it has a lot of subcombines that takes it up really quickly. But yeah, I tried doing a Let's Play before that pretty much no one saw, which I can perfectly well understand. It's still up on my channel, but I don't recommend watching it. It's terrible. I am not good at keeping live commentary up constantly. As you can see now, though, however, I'm running the recording at 3 times the speed, which will make a shorter time interval. So this is totally about an hour of recording. It's going to be about 20 minutes. First, I'm exploring a bit here. I always like to find enemy bases so I know where they are. especially because I want to build my first initial power setup quite far away, as far away from them as I can. At least I have plenty of forest in the way everywhere here. Kind of makes me miss the mod that reduces the collision box of trees. Okay, let's say over here. Still looks good. Oh, here we have a lot of oil. And even more oil. And some iron. And down here we find our first biters. It's just one small base. But that seems to be the closest base. Let's check up north first. So for those of you who haven't checked out the Lazy Bastard achievement, don't really understand what it's about. Basically you can handcraft items in Factorio, and that's how you have to start. Until you have researched automation, you can't automate anything. So the challenge in this achievement is to handcraft as few items possible, and 111 is pretty much, it's very close to what you can get away with. I don't know how low exactly you can go. You can probably go under 100 if you're insane. Like not crafting a pickaxe, stuff like that. So it takes longer to mine stuff. And constantly reuse everything. In this case I make sure that I reuse the first mining drill and stone furnace. So let's move this up to the copper patch now, so we get some copper. And I've used wood a lot as fuel in the beginning now, because it seems I get more. Well, obviously wood is half as energy dense in this game per item, but it seems the same amount of energy mining coal seems to wear out the pick faster for me. I've actually tried this before. I've never actually succeeded with the Lazy Bastard achievement because it is a pain. You have to be really careful. So up here somewhere we will place our power grid, first power grid. It's nice with the new boilers, you only need one for 2 steam engines. They take quite a lot of space though. And they can really chew through fuel quite a lot. And see here how the handcrafted items just takes away just to make the research lab. Up to 80 already. Of course I have to make the first 10 science packs by hand to get automation. Normally when I play this game I use a lot of mods. I have finished this game once unmodded, and it was quite a bit of a pain, to be honest. I did enjoy it, but there's a lot of mods that I really would like to be in the game by default. Some of them over time has actually come into the game. Okay, automation is done. Start electronics so we can get automation 2. I really want to get automation 2 done because I actually need to handcraft the next assembly machine as well, because it requires 3 components, or is it 4? 3 or 4 components, but the first one can't craft that. Here we have some uranium glowing in the dark. It's a very small patch, but I'm happy with that. I don't want to have too much in my base, easy to get. So this first bit is obviously gonna be fairly boring, even at 3 times the speed, because as I have to be so careful. I was just checking on VSync there, because I saw some tearing. And VSync is on, I don't know why I got tearing. Might have something to do with the recording. I'm using OBS with NVEC enabled OBS. It's kind of sad you have to compile it all from source because of the legal standing using NVIDIA encoding hardware. So I decided to clear this iron field. When I checked the map earlier, I didn't realize that all the iron was below forest. So this is gonna take a while, but then I actually have to wait for the smelter to make iron plates anyway. Normally, if this wasn't Lazy Bastard, I would of course have handcrafted several mining drills for the coals already. I would have handcrafted a mining drill and smelter for the copper, and probably like 5 of them for iron already to get a quick start. As you can see, I'm already now with Assembly Machine 1, I'm up to 107 handcrafted items. Ideally, I will end up at 108 and not more than that. Yeah, I want the extra 3 there. That is over to be a bit of a buffer in case I mess up without noticing. I could at least shave 3 combines, I think, off those 107 already by not having the pick in the beginning before automation, but that would be a pain. Certainly possible, it just takes a lot longer to mine the trees. Maybe in the future I will speed up parts like this even more. So something actually happens. Of course, later something will happen more all the time. It's not so much tedious work. With the Lazy Bastard achievement, I'm gonna have to automate everything. Literally everything. So I'm gonna make heavy use of bots to supply me, so I don't get tempted to handcraft anything. So let's let this one smelt the rest of the ore. Let's see if we can find some stone. And I need stone later to make more furnaces. There's some. I really would have liked to use what's it called? RSO research, or is it let's see here. Resource spawner overhaul, RSO, I think. I think it makes a lot better job on placing ore patches out on the map than the default one. I'm not sure why, but it really feels better. As you can see, I'm really bored at the moment there. Waiting for the copper. Each try to get up to Assembly Machine 2 on Lazy Bastard has always taken me roughly 1 hour. And we are roughly half an hour in now. So killing time, I'll just clear a lot of trees. Of course, later with the bots, they can do all that. I don't like destroying trees. Many people destroy them with grenades or the shotgun. But I don't know, it's just something that I don't like with that. I decided to move that over and craft a burn inserter so I could have it automatically insert the flasks as it was crafting. But yeah, my style when I get further into the game, I use trains, a lot of trains usually, and circuits. I like using a circuit network to make sure things stay balanced, stuff like that. And maybe if I design some useful circuits, I'll slow down for a bit and show just how that's made. So now I'm pretty much just waiting here, checking out the map. I really want to make a radar, but I would have to handcraft that. So I think the first radar I'll place somewhere over here to see how far out that water goes. And I'll switch this one over to gears. Oh, circuits. It's a bit of an overkill. I didn't really need to make that many circuits. I think I'll need 5 or 10 later for the assembly machine too. Really like the new graphics on the Steam engine and that. All those cogs. They're nice. So let's move this back to iron. I'm gonna roughly need twice as much iron as copper for the research, as every iron gear takes 2 iron plates. And a red science takes 1 copper plate and 1 iron gear. So that one needs 40 times 2, so that's 80 red science packs. So that means 160 iron and 80 copper. So while that's working, I'll go out and explore some more. I can hear now that the music in the game, I probably should, maybe I should shut that off or something. It sounds really weird at 3 times the speed. Oh, I almost collided with that base. Almost got myself killed there. Got a bit too close. I couldn't see it for my name on the minimap. And of course it's dark. But that's a trick you can use. You can actually zoom in through the map and you'll get almost daylight. Not quite, but it's a lot more. That's a big fighter base and it's not very far. It's guarding the whale there. Gonna have to clear that out before I set up the whale bird. And there's another big one. So it's gonna be a bit of a challenge, and definitely gonna have to do some military stuff. So let's see how the iron's doing here. It's almost up to 100. let's take that and go up and make some gears. So research is about half done for automation 2 now. Which means that I'm gonna need roughly 40 more science packs. And there it ran out of gears. 100 iron plates will make 50 gears. And back to science packs. Unfortunately, that assembly machine can't quite keep up because it's using 2 science packs per level. In the update notes it says something about it being smoother, zooming in and out on the map. Can't really tell much of a difference for myself. But then the game always runs locked at 60 FPS for me, never goes under. I haven't really, well, it never has in single player anyway. I haven't really paid attention in multiplayer. I don't play much multiplayer. I don't know, I guess I have a cooperation issue. I want to do stuff my way, and of course in multiplayer you have many wills. So I decided to go down this way to explore somewhere, see if this actually connects back to the mainland. And automation 2 is done, so let's get some turrets. Definitely gonna need to take out some bases later. And turret creeping still works perfectly fine. I don't know, someone said that they would nerf that, but I haven't noticed any difference. So you can see here there's some more enemy bases down here. The ones to the south seems to be very small, especially compared to the ones to the west. There is a mod called Logistic Train Network. I really love that one. I wish it would be a part of the vanilla game. But they, as far as I could see in an update notes, they actually introduced a way to detect trains. They would have a unique identification, so you could see when they were docked at the stop. So maybe you can do something yourself there. So we need a few more gears to make this assembly machine 2. So we have 5 of those there. And we pick up the old one to use that one. And we accidentally fucked up, basically. I accidentally tried to craft 2 of them by hand. And of course the second time I tried to manually craft more gears. So, but fortunately the autosave saves often. So we're just a minute behind or so. So there we have our fried gears. Handcraft 1 of them, we're up to 108 handcrafted items. And there we have our assembly machine 2. Well, thank you for watching.